Welcome to another Doom Nintendo Switch online multiplayer gameplay. What I want to do in this video is discuss why I think Doom on the Switch is the best online experience that the Switch has to offer at this moment in time. I pretty much will be talking about the main game, so I will be talking about Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, ARMS, Splatoon 2, we'll be talking about Doom of course, as well as Rocket League. I think they are definitely the main online experiences at this moment in time on the Switch. Of course, you got games like Murphy's Law incoming, as well as Payday 2. So maybe this will change moving forward. But I think at the moment, I think there is an argument to be had that Doom on the Switch has the best online experience. And what I will be doing is just looking at the gameplay itself. But of course, I will be looking at the stuff behind the gameplay. So I will be looking at like the software. I will be looking at whether the game has invites. I will be looking at the lobbies and stuff like that. So just going to kick things off with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I think Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, I think all Nintendo games, they pretty much have the same sort of friend system where you can go into a friend's lobby and wait for your friends to join. There is no invite system in there, unfortunately. And that is the same with ARMS and Splatoon 2. I don't own Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, so maybe things have changed. But from the Wii U version, that's how it worked. And I'm guessing that's how it works in the Switch version as well. Correct me if I am wrong in the comments. But I'm assuming that they didn't really do a lot of work to that. So you got that sort of system in place, which I think there should really be an invite system in there. Yes, it's good that there is a friend lobby in there, and you can join your friends in the general multiplayer as well, and that is the same with Splatoon 2. But it would be cool if there was like an invite system in there, and whenever you do invite somebody on your friends list, it would just be cool if they did get notified that yes, somebody has invited you to a Mario Kart 8 Deluxe match. I think that would be a really cool thing to see happening moving forward. Maybe that is something which will be happening with the new online service, which is due to go live next year. But I feel like because Doom and Rocket League has an invite system in place within those games, I don't really feel like it is a problem with the online service at this moment in time. I feel like an invite system, it could be implemented with each individual piece of software. And it's just a shame that Nintendo, they haven't done it with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, ARMS and Splatoon 2. But in terms of those three games, they are really fun to play online. I guess the exception I would say is ARMS, just because you can run into people that do use Ninjara 24/7, Kid Cobra 24/7, and just use complete dirty tactics to win the game. But apart from that, I definitely feel like with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, I'm just basing my judgment from the first game. The only problem I had with the Wii U version was the amount of disconnects I had on that. I'm not sure whether that is the case with the Switch version of Mario Kart 8. Of course, you guys will be in a better position to give your judgment in the comments. But in terms of Splatoon 2, I do get quite a bit of disconnections here and there. That is something which I haven't experienced yet with Doom on the Switch. I don't own Rocket League on the Switch, unfortunately, just because I already own the PS4 version, and I will actually go into why I didn't buy the Switch version in a minute. But I think ARMS, that has the best lobby system. I really feel like that is such a really good lobby system, how you get to see like what match your fellow people in that lobby are playing, and you can actually see what is happening in that individual match. So say like if you are like in the lobby and you see somebody in a 1 versus 1 fight, you see Kid Cobra up against Ribbon Girl, you can see whether the player has a rush attack on that moment in time, which is pretty cool to see. You get to see what power-ups to pick up as well. You get to see what health each individual player has. So you get to see what that match is like. You get to see what is happening in those matches whilst you are waiting for your own match like to start or to be at range. So I definitely feel like the lobby system within ARMS, I really do feel like it is the best sort of lobby system in the games that I am talking about at this moment in time. But the general gameplay, it can be fun for ARMS, but like what I said before, you can run into players that do use dirty tactics that do sort of ruin the fun somewhat. So I guess I would say that does count against ARMS somewhat for me. Of course, this is just my opinion. You guys could have a different opinion to myself, and of course you are, free to air your opinions in the comments, and I definitely would encourage you to have your say on this topic. What do you think is the best online experience on the Switch at this moment in time? Do you think it is Doom? Do you think it is Splatoon 2? Do you think it is Rocket League? Let me know in the comment section below. But in terms of Splatoon 2, the general gameplay is really fun. It is really addictive. But I guess outside of that, like the software side of things, like the hardware sort of, like in terms of getting into an online match, like the lobby system, inviting friends, that's what lets it down somewhat. Just because I said from the first game, I said with Splatoon 2, there should be an invite system in place. So say like if you are inviting somebody that is playing Splatoon 2, they should get notified that yes, this person has opened up a private lobby, or this person has invited you to an online match. I definitely feel like that should be in place. I really do, especially when you do have Rocket League and Doom, which do have an invite system in place. So yeah, that's just the only thing that lets Splatoon 2 down, in my opinion. Of course, you can join friends. So like if they are in a turf war match, then you can join their next match. But I definitely feel like there should be an invite system in place. I'm going to save Doom for last. In terms of Rocket League, they got like, the invites in place. They got all that sort of stuff in place. And the general gameplay is fun. But the reason why I didn't pick up the game on the Switch is because I got bored of the PS4 version rather quickly. And I am a massive soccer or football fan. I did play. I did play quite a lot of Rocket League on the PS4. I did play the exhibition mode, so I did play like 30 matches with a team, and then I did play quite a lot of online matches. But I just got quite bored of the game after a while, just because the one thing I would say about all of the other games is that there is more variation to the gameplay than what Rocket League has to offer. So with those games that I did mention, with Mario Kart, ARMS, Splatoon 2 and Doom, it does feel like each individual match is different to the last. But with Rocket League, I guess there is some variation there, but it sort of does feel like that you are playing like the same sort of match over and over again somewhat. Obviously, like what I said, there is some variation there, but I feel like there is more variation to the other games that I did mention. So I did like ditch Rocket League on the PS4 after a while, and I'm glad that I didn't really pay anything for the game. I got the game through PS Plus. Now my PS Plus will be running out soon, and I'm not sure whether I will be renewing it, just because I've barely touched my PS4 this year. So of course I won't be able to play Rocket League moving forward. But I did check out the Hoops update and the Hockey update, but pretty much soon after, I ditched the game. Like soon after that, it's not a game that I'm putting in like 200 hours into it, like what I'm doing with Splatoon 2 and what I did with Overwatch on the PS4. So that's what I think lets the game down somewhat. And I guess what didn't help my situation is that my mates stopped playing the game as well. So I was playing the game a lot on my own. I definitely feel like Rocket League is best played with a group of friends in a party chat having a laugh. On your own, it can get quite boring after a while. That's why I would say that Rocket League isn't the best online experience that the Switch has to offer. What I would say is Doom, just because I think it has the combination of a great gameplay that, you know, doesn't get boring after a while. There is variation to that gameplay there. It's just so much fun to play. But also you got like the invite system in place as well, so you got the best of both worlds. So I think with Rocket League you got a good invite system in there, but the gameplay's sort of lacking after a while. It's like I definitely feel like it does get stale after a while. But with Nintendo's online experiences, you got the gameplay there, you got the variation to that gameplay. The gameplay is really fun. It doesn't get stale, but like sort of the invite system, like the lobby system in place is sort of lacking. So with Doom, I feel like it is the best of both worlds, and I feel like Doom is the best online experience that the Switch has to offer at this moment in time. Now, of course, this could change moving forward whenever Smash comes along. You know, and you got Payday 2 as well, like what I said before. So maybe it could change moving forward, but I feel like at this moment in time, Doom on the Switch has the best online experience just because the gameplay is so much fun. It's really addictive, like what Nintendo's games are. But also you got the invite system in place, so it is the best of both worlds. And I really do feel like Doom will be hard to push off that pedestal. I really do. I'm having such a blast playing that game, and it's just really cool that you got a flipping invite system in there. And the reason why I didn't include FIFA is because you can't invite friends. NBA 2K, I haven't included that just because I don't have any experience of that game whatsoever. Granted, I haven't got Rocket League on the Switch, I haven't got Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on the Switch, but I have experienced those games on other systems. I have done my research on Rocket League on the Switch, and I do know that there is an invite system in place in that game. So that is why I didn't include NBA 2K18 in this video. Maybe that is your favourite online system. Maybe you think that NBA 2K18 has the best online experience on the Switch. But for me, that is Doom. I really do feel like the multiplayer itself in terms of the gameplay is so intense. It's so fun. I feel like if we did get a Call of Duty, then I honestly feel like Doom would still be better. Obviously depending on what that Call of Duty is. If we got this year's Call of Duty, for example, next year, then honestly Doom would still it would still be better. But obviously if Treyarch's next game comes along, then that might be a closer fight. So that is it for this video. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comment section below. Definitely I'm looking forward to hearing what you have to say in the comments. But until next time, I'm out of here for now. Goodbye.